Hi, this is a quick video to show you how to make your corn graph. We're going to record all our data in Microsoft Excel, and you will be able to get the Excel spreadsheet. You would be able to open the spreadsheet in Google Sheets if you want to. This video is going to show you how to make a graph in Excel. It's a little different in Google Sheets. Okay. The first thing you need to figure out is which data you want to graph. And this data here looks a little different than what you will get because this doesn't have data for all of the labs. So the first thing you need to find is the data for your actual lab. So the way I did that here is this mean, if I click on it, it says Tuesday 10 o'clock control. And if I click on this one, it says Tuesday 10 o'clock experimental. So whatever lab you're in, you need to find your control and your experimental, and they will be labeled, so just find them. And you're going to graph the means. So this is the mean of all the data that's over here. Okay, so once you know what data to graph, you can click on a cell and drag down to select the contents. If you hold down Control, you can get non-adjacent or columns that are not next to each other. Notice I'm grabbing the title also, and I made a mistake already. So I don't want to graph date, I want to graph age. And then I want to hold Control and get the mean measurements. And once I've selected the data I want, I'm going to go up to Insert. And I want a scatter plot, but not just the basic one. So I'm going to click on the down arrow and choose the one with smooth lines. All right. And then I have my chart. Boom, it does it. It's so cool. So then I want to fix it up. So I'm going to call it something other than chart title. So I'm not putting a whole name in here, right? I'm calling it corn. You're going to call it corn with and without whatever your own treatment was. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is come over here because notice you don't know what the heck these numbers are. Okay, well, maybe you do, but the reader also needs to. So I'm going to add axis titles. And notice it put it on both the vertical and the horizontal. So the horizontal one, for example, is age in days, right? That's how many days old it is. Okay. And you can change these names also. In order to change those names, you have to go change them here. Okay. So notice this is mean control pan. So if I want to say control plants, right? Because that makes a little more sense. The blue line is my control plants. And I change it in the cell that gives it its name, it will suddenly say control plants. So you can change it to control plants and experimental plants. Okay, and you're going to call this height in centimeters, right? Whatever we measured it in. So now I'm still not completely happy with this graph because notice there's all this empty space over here. We didn't measure plants until day 7, but the chart starts at 0. I don't like that, so I'm going to select the horizontal axis and do a left click and do Format Axis here. And let's get this over where you can see it. I should have had my window framed differently. So if I have it all the way over here, it opens up a window where you can say, okay, the minimum measurement I want on that axis is, say, 6, because then it'll start just about where the lines are supposed to start. So if I change that, come on, my touchpad is weird. So now you notice it starts it over here so we don't have all that blank space. Okay, so the last thing you're going to want to do, if you left click again, and I apologize to those of you who are using iPads because it's different, but on a computer, if I left click, I can copy the whole graph, okay? And then I'm gonna do my final paper in Microsoft Word. And I just wanna show you, I can left click again and do paste. And I guess I can choose any one of these, but look, it pasted my graph right into my paper, okay? So get in touch with your instructor if you have any trouble doing this, but hopefully this will give you what you need to do your graphs for your corn experiment. Okay,